Welcome to Urban Tech Helsinki, Startup Solving the Sustainability Challenges of Cities webinar. The webinar shares the innovative success story of Aalto and Helsinki, striving together for a better future for sustainability, with the contribution of our startups. Our specialist network guides you to the main themes of urban tech, urban development, circular economy, clean energy, smart mobility, urban farming and urban well-being. At the end of the webinar, the Deputy Mayor of the City of Helsinki, Miss Anni Sinnemäki, shares her views of urban tech. First, we would like to share our unique cooperation story with Helsinki Design Week, where children designed a city of the future.
Tervetuloa tänne lasten ja nuorten ikkunat työpajaan Helsinki Design Weekille. On tosi kiva nähdä teitä täällä näin monta. Mun nimi on Anni Korkman, mä vastaan meidän festivaalin ohjelmistosta ja mä ajattelin, että mä voin kertoa pari sanaa meidän vuositeemasta. Meidän teema tänä vuonna on Olemme avoinna. Me ollaan mietitty aika paljon sitä, että mitä avoimuus merkitsee. Avoimuutta uusille ajatuksille tai uusille tuttavuuksille, uusille näkökulmille, uusille ideoille. Ja se on itse asiassa aika vaikeeta. Mä oon huomattu, että on tosi vaikeeta pysyä avoimena, kun olisi ehkä helpompi toisinaan ajatella, että no, että näin mä oon tottunut ajattelemaan tai mä oon aika varma, että asiat on näin. Niin siitä uudelleen ajatteleminen, pysyminen avoimena sille, että mitä jos se mun näkökulma ei olekaan se ainoa oikea? Tai mitä jos asiat on muuttunut siitä, kun mä viimeksi ajattelin tätä asiaa? Tällaiset prosessit on tosi tärkeitä muotoilussa, arkkitehtuurissa. Perinteisesti puhutaan siitä, että muotoilijat ja arkkitehdit pyrkii parantamaan asioita ja kehittämään niitä joillain tavoilla. Sellaisia juttuja mietitään tänään täällä, kun puhutaan myös tulevaisuudesta. Kaikki ne päätökset, joita nyt tehdään, joita kaupungin päättäjät tekee, ne vaikuttaa tulevaisuuteen, eli teidän ja meidän elämään. Meistä on tärkeää, ja mä toivon, että te olette samaa mieltä siitä, että nyt me täällä yhdessä tuodaan meidän näkökulma siihen, mitä teidän mielestä tulevaisuudessa pitäisi olla. Kaupungit kehittyy koko ajan. Kaupunkiympäristö on Helsinki Design Weekille tosi tuttu. Te asutte kaikki kaupungissa ja te voitte vaikuttaa siihen, millainen kaupunki on tulevaisuudessa.
Mun nimi on Hanna-Kaarina. Mä olen muotoilija ja myös tehnyt arkkitehdin töitä ennen muotoilun sotkeutumistani. Ja sinänsä tämä teema kaupunki ja kaupunkisuunnittelu on mulle myös todella tuttu. Eli tänään meillä aiheena tulevaisuuden avoin kaupunki. Ja tämän työpajan tavoitteena on, että me vapaasti pohditaan sitä, että mitä se tarkoittaa teille ja te voitte myös yhdessä keskustella siitä, että minkälaisia mahdollisuuksia sen tulevaisuuden avoimen kaupungin suunnittelussa on.
Jaime and I founded a company here in Finland to reimagine how we should build cities around the world. And for us, the driver of that was our kids. My son is here with me today, and we've always thought that the cities that we have are beautiful. We love Helsinki, but we have to change the way they're built because we consume a lot of energy in these cities, and we have to make them more sustainable. And the problem is you can't undo a city. You have to start from scratch, kind of like what you're doing with these carton boxes. They're blank and you're painting them in a way that you want it to look like, and that's what we're trying to do. And so far we're excited to start our first city at the end of next year. So we have a land in Chile, and we will be able to, like you, draw the lines of where the city will be with the idea that these are cities that are sustainable.
And we're certain that we need to do something for having a sustainable world in the future. We're not the best people for doing it. You are. You are the ones for which the future is being built, and you are the ones to have the open minds and open hearts to really believe and think that we can change the world.
Varmaan tiedätte, että kaupunkeihin, kun se on pelkkää betonia ja lasia ja katuja ja kaikkea muuta, niin pitäisi saada lisättyä tällaista viherrakentamista. Se on tulevaisuutta, että myös ruoka viljellään kaupungeissa ja periaatteessa kaikkia tämmöisiä tiloja, missä tänä päivänä ehkä ei ole mitään tai ne on tyhjiksi jääneitä rakennuksia, niin sinne voidaan perustaa farmeja, kasvattaa kaikkia ravinteita ja salaatteja, tomaatteja, periaatteessa kurkkuja, mansikoita ja niitä voidaan myydä sitten ja asukkaat voi myös kasvattaa niitä itse.
Do you know one industry that consumes huge amount of materials? Houses, very right? Construction industry. And 50% of natural resources are being consumed by the housing industry. If I want to reduce the material used in the house, what can I do? My approach is very simple, just cut out the material that is not required. And the house still stands, right?
Eli siis me tehtiin 2 tällaista puhelinkoppia, koska me alettiin pohtimaan sitä, että Helsingissä pitäisi olla puhelinkoppeja ja ylipäätään Suomessa, koska kaikilla ei ole varaa puhelimiin ja jos tulee jotain niin kuin hätää tai jotain, niin aina voi soittaa.
Nykyään meidän yhteiskunta on rakennettu sen ympärille, että kaikilla pitäisi olla älypuhelimet, eikä kaikilla ole. Ei kaikilla ole edes kotiin. Ja se on tosi vaikeaa elää sellaisena ihmisenä. Sen huomaa ihan siitä, jos sun puhelin on vaikka rikki muutaman päivän. Sä et saa yhteyttä kenenkään, sä et voi vaikka täyttää mitään virallisia papereita, sä et pääse Wilmaan, sä et voi ostaa matkalippua, sä et voi tehdä mitään nykyyhteiskunnassa ilman toimivaa älypuhelinta. Ja sen takia meidän mielestä olisi tosi tärkeää, että kaikki pystyisi edes soittaa ilmaiseksi ja mihin tahansa kellonaikaan. Että Helsingin keskustassa olisi edes 3 toimivaa avointa puhelinkoppia kaikille. Ja siksi me tehtiin tää työ.
Ollaan tänään nuorten kanssa työpajassa pohdittu, että miltä se tulevaisuuden avoin kaupunki näyttää. Ja hyvin tällaisen konkreettisen tekemisen kautta ollaan koitettu innostaa nuoria ollaan pohtimaan niitä teemoja, mitkä on tulevaisuudessa ajankohtaisia, kun suunnitellaan meille kaikille avointa kaupunkia. Ja oikeastaan sellaisia kiinnostavia teemoja, mitä nuoret on selkeästi käsitellyt tänään on tosi paljon, on niin kuin hyvinvointi ja vihreä kaupunki. Tosi monilla nuorilla on tullut ideoita siitä, miten kaupunki pitäisi olla paljon vihreämpi ja miten voitaisiin vallottaa kaupunkitilaa katoilta ja miten sinne saataisiin vaikka tällaisia kaupunkiniittyjä rakennettua. Ja sitten myös tällaisen sosiaalisen kestävyyden teemat on noussut yllättävän voimakkaasti esiin, mikä on mua ilahduttanut myös tosi paljon, että nuoriso miettii sitä, että miten kaupunki on oikeasti kaikille avoin ja miten me mahdollistetaan kaikille kaupunkilaisille yhtäläinen oikeus osallistua kaupunkiin. Ja sitten oli myös sosiaalinen asuntotuotanto. Täällä oli muutamiakin lapsia, jotka pohti sitä, että miten mahdollistetaan kaikille asuminen kaupungissa ja miten mahdollistetaan se, että olisi varaa asua myös kaupungin keskustoissa. Sitten yksi toinen kiinnostava teema oli energiantuotanto. Musta oli tosi hauskaa, että oli tämä aurinkopaneelikeskustelu oli tosi tuttu aihe nuorille. Ja sitten täällä rakennettiin myös energiantuotantolaitosta ja sitten eräs nuorempi osallistuja puhui myös fuusioenergiasta, mikä oli tosi ilahduttavaa. Että jo sellaisetkin hyvin abstraktit aiheet oli käsittelyssä. Tosi sellaista vehreitä kaupunkia mun mielestä nuoriso tavallaan toivoisi tulevaisuudessa. Ja tällaisia kaikki ihania ajatuksia on herännyt. Ja mä toivon itse tietenkin, että tämä on innostanut nuoria jotenkin osallistumaan aktiivisesti siihen keskusteluun. ja he ovat kuitenkin niitä tulevaisuuden kaupungin käyttäjiä.
Thank you to all workshop participants. It's always wonderful to see the youngsters and adults working and creating a better future together. Let's hear what Urban Tech Helsinki is and what it can offer to all of us. Please welcome Kaisa Ahonen from Aalto University.
Urban Tech Helsinki is a unique project. We help startups solve the sustainability challenges of cities of tomorrow. Urban tech is very important for the planet. Already now, a majority of the people live in urban areas, and in the future, 2/3 of us will be living in cities. We consume most energy, and on the other hand, we emit greenhouse gases more than other areas. So the battle for climate change will be won or lost in our cities. Why Helsinki, Finland is concentrating on urban tech? European Union chose 6 cities in Finland as pioneers for climate neutrality, and Helsinki is of course one of them. City of Helsinki strategy defines it as a place of growth. So we want to achieve the climate goals like carbon neutrality by 2030, increase digitalization and sustainability, and of course support talents and startups in the city. The other partner in the cooperation, Aalto University, purpose is to shape a sustainable future by research, science, technology, art and business. So Urban Tech Helsinki helps the startups in our incubation program. So we have currently plus 20 startups in our portfolio, and we are looking for more. City of Helsinki and Aalto University run this operation together, but we have also partnered with the University of Helsinki and Metropolia University of Applied Sciences. We work widely in the Helsinki metropolitan area in Maria 01 Startup Hub, as well as Otaniemi A-Grid Espoo Aalto University's home base. We are a part of the urban tech ecosystem and startup ecosystem in Helsinki area and operate as a facilitator between public and private partners. In addition to the incubation program, we also offer pre-incubation services on the partners' campuses for researchers and staff. Our thematic areas cover all the development needed for a sustainable city. Urban development is the key area because, as mentioned in the beginning, most of society's key challenges are met in cities. So even though cities provide enormous opportunities in economic, technical and cultural spheres, also the problems of social and healthcare appear more in the cities. So this is a wide problem. No discipline of profession can solve the problems of the cities of tomorrow alone. So urban development requires collaboration from all of us. That's why we are here and help the startups solve the challenges of the future cities.
Hi, we are proposing a new way of developing cities that drastically reduce the carbon footprint and changes the way we live on this planet. We found a company in Finland to bring together the collective knowledge, proven technology, and put it all together into a framework for sustainable cities. This framework will allow us to design, develop, and operate future cities that we call Earth cities. These Earth cities will be human-centered, nature-focused, and highly sustainable. We base all of our work on 6 principles: resilience, sustainability, replicability, proven technology, transparency, and diversity. At the end, we are building cities, but it's not just a city that we're building. What we're trying to do is to create a mindset of sustainability that is so ingrained into people's life that it becomes natural. Just like today, you and I will open a water faucet and water comes out, we don't think about it, it just is.
Imagine this, future generations will feel like this by living in these cities.
VA is a technology platform for smart residential buildings and for the people of those buildings. AVA enables efficiency and clarity to building management by automation and intelligence. AVA is designed for human collaboration, data management, energy optimization, and to be a hub of both digital and physical service providers of smart residential buildings. Currently, more than 4 billion people lives in cities, and it's estimated that during upcoming decades, more than 7 billion people will live in cities. To enable housing services for all these people, we need a smart platform to efficiently bring supply and demand of housing services together. And that's what we do with AVA. We enable housing services and efficient property management.
I'm the founder of Detectium, which is a smart fire detection solution. We rely on digital twins for fire detection. In our solution, there are 3 main components: a very advanced and tailor-made sensor package, which is customizable according to the customer needs. The second component is 3D visualization of the environment, where the sensor data in real time is being presented and visualized. The final component of the solution is the data analytics, where we analyze the historical data. With all 3 parts of the solution, we enable the customer to detect the fire earlier than the current systems and locate the fire inside of the 3D visualized model. And we provide the customer with a possibility to also see what sort of fire is that and provide that information in real time to a fire brigade or any sort of third party in order to get the fire extinguished. Thank you for your attention.
Lokia helps city leaders to plan and run city service systems effectively by changing the way how local governments work together. And Capacity is a game-changer tool for cross-sectoral city services and facilities planning, such as schools, kindergartens, or healthcare units. It turns static reports and plan into dynamic, data-driven insights, and replaces manual data gathering and enables faster project lead time. And this creates significant savings and ensures that service supply for citizens is in the right location at the right time. Due to megatrends like rapid urbanization and demographic changes, there is a fast-growing global market for urban planning software managing urban complexity. And Lokia is the first mover in the market, providing a visual, easy-to-use cloud-based tool especially targeted for city services planning.
Thank you, Kaisa and Urban Development Startups. A great example of cooperation is Designs for a Cooler Planet, an annual festival in Aalto University celebrating experiments towards a more sustainable future. It's organised as an official part of Helsinki Design Week. Did you know Helsinki wants to be Europe's leading platform for innovative businesses? The aim of Helsinki is to be Europe's leading platform for experimentation and innovation in business by 2025. The city also wants to develop business environments, promote employment for the residents of Helsinki, and enable sustainable and knowledge-based economic growth. The Urban Tech Helsinki Incubator contributes to all of these objectives. Next, we have a chance to hear about the circular economy. Please welcome Mira Jarkko from the City of Helsinki.
Helsinki has ambitious environmental goals. For example, we will be climate neutral in 8 years' time by 2030. Circular economy is one solution to mitigate climate change, but it also helps us to reduce the loss of biodiversity and overuse of virgin natural resources. Helsinki is a growing city, which means the use of resources will keep increasing, for example in construction sector, unless we utilize existing materials to their fullest extent. In other words, recycling of materials in the secondary ones is no longer enough. We have to reuse existing materials as much as possible, even in construction sector. Helsinki has adopted a roadmap for circular and sharing economy. You can follow how our 31 actions in 4 different themes: construction, procurements, green waste and sharing economy are going forward from our Circularity Watch. It's a real-time follow-up website for the actions of the roadmap. However, the largest emissions are generated in construction and land use operations. Therein also lies the greatest emission reduction potential, as well as the greatest business potential. A year ago, we established a cluster program for circular economy, focusing now especially on construction. This is a good example of how businesses, cities, and universities can work together in solving global challenges at the local level.
You're probably aware about the global plastic pollution crisis. But have you thought about the actual root cause? It's not the material, but how it is treated, simply because plastic waste is worth nothing. We want to add new value to plastic waste with our 3D printing technology and let our customers to make new products out of it. Make communities and cities less polluted with our technology.
At Ecotect, we build houses using large-scale 3D construction printers and environment-friendly concrete. The challenge of construction industry today is that it's very labor-intensive, it's very time-consuming, and also it's responsible for 11% of the total global CO2 emissions. We are changing this. So at Ecotect, we can create beautiful, very complex, and efficient structural designs which can be directly sent to our printers, and we can construct the houses. By doing this, we save up to 20% of the material requirements, 60% of the labor requirement, and it's 36% faster and 30% cheaper. So, and we also use environment-friendly materials to build our houses. In future, we would like to contribute to the cities which are more sustainable, beautiful and very creative. So if you want to know more about us, you can reach us. Thank you.
Each one of us is generating a valuable resource. Unfortunately, this resource is considered as waste, the management of which is costly, and even after treatment, it still contributes to environmental problems. The waste that I'm talking about is urine. Yeah. Just going to the bathroom is actually contributing to the harmful algae blooms we have out in the Baltic Sea. At Sanitation 360, we've generated a unique technology that takes your urine, extracts the water so that it can be reused for flush water or for irrigation, while at the same time, we concentrate the nutrients that are in the urine so that we can produce a clean and safe fertilizer. This circular approach to managing our urine not only helps to protect our marine ecosystems, but also to build more resilient communities as we're better managing our natural resources. This technology was developed at the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences, and we've had the opportunity to pilot our system in Sweden, Finland, and France, and aim to launch at the end of this year.
Thank you, Mira and Circular Economy Startups. Did you know that the Helsinki Circular Economy Cluster already has dozens of startups, corporates and other organisations as members? Our next topic is urban farming, next era of food production and consumption. Let's hear what Laura Forsman from University of Helsinki, Faculty of Agriculture and Forestry, has to say on this subject.
Hi, my name is Laura and I'm here to tell you about urban farming, which is the next era of food production and consumption. We live in the midst of a global food crisis. The food system is not doing well. We need a global sustainability transition. And how do we make that happen? By enabling citizens' sustainable lifestyle adoption in urban environments, where they live and where they eat. Because by the year 2050, estimated population growth is plus 26%. Urbanization will grow with nearly 50%, and the UN forecasts a global need for food production by plus 70%. And 80% of all of this food will be consumed in the cities, making cities key actors in creating sustainable solutions for food production and consumption. Urban farming is a key component in this. It means the production of crops destined for the city dwellers, located within or on the fringes of a village, town, city or metropolis, both indoors and outdoors. But it can take very different kinds of forms. It can be very techy, with facilities integrated into buildings with high-tech automation, sensors, AI, robotics. Farm scrapers means skyscrapers built, designed only for the purpose of producing food. Or it can mean community, something that the citizens actively take part in the form of community gardens, community farms, or edible landscapes. Proximity between food production and consumption is relevant. It means less logistics, smaller carbon footprint, and reduced food wastage. It means closed loops for recycling nutrients and inputs. There's a positive produce quality perception, with urban farming meaning fresh, local, and green food for many people. It increases the green open spaces in urban environments, has a positive impact on social well-being, and enables people take up sustainable habits through linking food production, nutrients, and health. Opportunities in minimizing the number of middlemen between food producers and consumers can result in the new kinds of business models with more sustainable outcomes. So what's up next in urban farming? There's an increased systems approach. The circularity in the urban water, energy, nutrient, food nexus will become more and more evident and something that we need. When proximity meets digitalization, novel offerings and business models that enable local and sustainable food agency lifestyles will become a new opportunity for all innovators. Helsinki region in Finland is a forerunner in indoor farming. And you can see from this picture why that is. Up here in the north, we have practiced and we have innovated very many different kinds of solutions for doing cultivation of food indoors in tricky environments.
Urban farming is not only a fun hobby and an ecological way to produce your own veggies in your backyard or in your balcony. It's also seen as a true solution to solving the food crisis where we're heading. We want to make growing as easy as possible, and that's what Block Garden is all about. It's a ready-made garden box that we deliver to your doorstep in the spring. During the summer, we help you to grow those plants with our dedicated app. You get weekly tasks and instructions on what you should do with the plants so that you're successful. In the autumn, we come and collect back the box, recycle the soil, and store the boxes for the winter, so they're all set for the next season. Block Garden is for kindergartens, nursing homes, private people, restaurants, rental housing, for anyone who wants to grow fruit close to you.
Hi. Metagrow is an urban farming company. Urban farming is an indoor and outdoor plant cultivation for serving local inhabitants by processing and distributing food in and around the cities. Urban farming is gaining importance owing to rising global urbanization, climate protection due to reduced transportation, logistics and costs. System does not require much space nor water, why it's perfect for cities and local food productions. Hardware and new technology applications are expected to dominate segment in urban farming markets. Metagrow utilizes protected invention with intelligent, controlled and gas-powered mist system with 3D metal printed nozzle technology and method. The solution from Metagrow team is advanced engineering distribution system of water and nutrition for plants. Metagrow Aeroponics 2.0. Metagrow application is also tracking and monitoring to optimize the growth of crops with sensors and cameras. Our client sector is urban farming solutions like vertical farming, tunnels, rooftops, and greenhouses.
We are an Aalto University spin-off with a mission of providing carbon-neutral construction solutions for extreme environments. Our solution is based on a new wood construction innovation called BIS, which enables us to build wooden construction elements that are extremely moisture-resistant, durable, scalable, and carbon-neutral. The first products out of BIS tech are vertical farm buildings for urban farmers. We have chosen this path because VIS tech is tailored for the extremely humid indoor environment of vertical farming, and because we believe that we can help this industry by replacing concrete with wood. We have now combined VIS tech with the best smart data and plant cultivation solutions to offer you a turnkey vertical farming solution. Our vision is to make urban farming easy, profitable and sustainable from Alaska to Australia. So give us a call if you want to start producing your own food. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura and Urban Farming Startups. Did you know that all 3 Urban Tech Helsinki partner universities are active in food technology areas? Next, we have a chance to hear about clean energy. Warmly welcome Anna-Stina Tähkävuori from Metropolia UAS.
Urban energy is required for everything from providing citizens with water, heating and cooling to other community functions such as powering homes and other buildings. As cities expand, so does the demand for energy. Green transition, especially energy transition, fastens the need for substituting fossil fuels as a source of heat energy in some district heating areas in Finland. Energy efficiency needs to be improved, but it requires the right mix of innovations, skills, and knowledge. Globally, there is a lack of systematic review of skills and knowledge available in the urban energy sectors, both among the professionals and among recent graduates. Capacity for carbon-free sustainable growth project focuses on tackling the increase of knowledge and know-how in the field of modern energy technology and services. In this project, coordinated by Metropolia, challenges posed by the modern energy-related cleantech solutions are identified and responded to by combining multidisciplinary competencies. Involved in the project are not only organizations for higher education, but from lower levels of education also, providing a broad view of the competence profile needed by the experts in the future. In addition to educational activities, the mission of our University of Applied Sciences is to promote and support the development of the Helsinki metropolitan area and our society through research, development and innovation solutions. Our campuses offer modern facilities for students, companies and anyone else eager to pilot and pioneer new initiatives. Smart Lab is a multidisciplinary collaborational smart home platform in our Myllypuro campus, where building automation, HVAC, and other technical systems are tested for developing sustainable and user-friendly solutions for future homes. Open cooperation that crosses the industry boundaries is the key to tackle these challenges related to urban energy. Multidisciplinary thinking and brave experimentation enable us to make a difference.
B-Solution Building Energy Efficiency uses latest AI technologies to improve energy efficiency in buildings. Our goal is to help our customers in their journey towards sustainability and carbon neutrality. B-Solution can retrofit existing buildings, deliver 15% energy savings and 15% reduction in emissions. Solution can shave consumption peaks, redirect consumption to renewables and integrate buildings to energy flexibility market. Our business model is based on service fee, pay for performance and off-balance sheet approach. We have several customers, among them cities of Helsinki and Stavanger.
Thank you, Anna-Stina and Clean Energy Startups. Did you know that Greater Helsinki has been ranked among the world's top 25 clean technology or clean tech startup ecosystems in the recently released Global Startup Ecosystem Report, Clean Tech Edition? Our next topic is smart mobility. Please welcome Juho Kostiainen from the City of Helsinki.
Hello, I'm Juho Kostiainen from the City of Helsinki, the Economic Development Department. I'm the coordinator of the Mobility Lab Helsinki. In Helsinki, we have obviously carbon neutrality goals, ambitious ones aiming for 2030. And as part of that, we want to obviously promote smart, good public transportation, walking, cycling, and in general, good alternatives for having to use your own car. As part of that, obviously mobility as a service type of solutions, better information on what is available, what can you do, is one of the key things. Data and open APIs are something that we've had for a long time around. A lot of data is available, and through different kinds of projects, we have more and more data available, such as traffic radars that can produce new data for optimizing traffic lights, for example, which is then provided for any interested developers, researchers, and so on. And combining these traffic-related information with the different city infrastructure information data, we aim for better solutions covering the needs of the city itself. How to make the city livable, easy to use, combining different kinds of aspects. The Mobility Lab Helsinki itself is one of the test beds we have in the City of Helsinki. Obviously, this one focusing on smart mobility. The idea here is that we provide the city itself as a test bed, a place for piloting the new solutions companies may have and that need a place for urban test environments. The solutions range from things on the land, sea, and air, often focused on data, digitalization, and novel services. Of course, it's a matter of combining different actors, a work of ecosystems, bringing together the new ideas, needs, and solutions, and coming up with new collaborations. And then piloting together with the citizens themselves, letting them know what is going on, listening to their needs, and engaging them as test users and providing feedback both to the city and the companies who want to learn if their new solutions work. And to summarize, the idea is that we welcome different companies, different solution providers to test solutions in the urban environment in Helsinki. to see what really works in practice and learning from the right people, the citizens, the city, and other stakeholders as well. We're happy to be in contact with any of you from the city, as well as the city's innovation company we closely collaborate with, Forum Virium Helsinki. Thanks.
We make manual controllers for autonomous vehicles and mobile robots. As more and more semi-autonomous vehicles start moving around us in cities, these new vehicles need operators with new ways to control them. And that is where we come in. We know the struggles of autonomous driving operators who don't currently have intuitive, safe, and robust ways to control these vehicles every day. At the same time, citizens need to be sure that the vehicles around them are under control of securely identified operators. We focus on being the missing link between these fleet-supporting human operators and their autonomous vehicles, reshaping the way transport is controlled.
Our startup based on marine positioning and piloting technology to add value to maritime industry. Our innovation product technology, portable berthing aid system, single point mooring monitoring system, and structural health monitoring. We provide continuous measurement for berthing and mooring activity at terminal maritime, for safe navigation and for efficient transport. We support real-time operation and provide alert concerning imminent failure, provide long-term monitoring including risk assessment and maintenance requirement. Environment and operation are currently demanding, reducing incident, personnel, and equipment involved in berthing mooring activity will lower costs and emission, thus increasing sustainability.
Hi everyone, my name is Violeta and I work as an intern in a mobility startup Dash Factory, which is located in Leipzig, Germany. We wanted to make cycling safer for everyone, and that's why we developed our product Dash Bike, a dash camera for bicycle. So our startup is divided into two sectors. We have a Dash Bike app and a Dash Bike, and then we also have Dash Truck, a unique data platform. So for the cyclist, when they use Dash Bike, they can react to dangerous situations such as two closely passing vehicles, and then they can generate these evidence files of overtaking events in a privacy and compliant way. We store all the anonymized and analyzed data in our Dash Factory cloud, and our data can be easily implemented into the urban data platforms of the cities. So cycling infrastructure can therefore be effectively improved through the structural engineering measures. In the last few years, the amount of cyclists has risen dramatically in many cities, and in some cities it's already a primary mode of transportation. In order for these changes to go smoothly, we must ensure that cyclists are safe. We hope that with our product we can help both cities and cyclists in their efforts for a transition to a greener future in the upcoming years. Would you like to join us?
We provide augmented planning for cities. Right now, planning for cities is fairly static. Planners capture data, analyze, provide a report. make recommendations who will be implemented or not. Our solution helps cities capture data from multiple sources, turn it into visualization and analytics that help understand what's happening, drives toward recommendations, and then can measure the impact of any recommendation that has been implemented. We focus on logistics. Why? Because it creates 21% of emissions in the city and a massive amount of congestion. Our products include curb management, regulation information system, logistics flow analytics, either on the city center or on the outskirts where you have all the activity zones from which the freight coming into city starts.
Thank you, Juho and Smart Mobility Startups. Did you know that Helsinki is top 3 city most prepared for the new mobility by Future Mobility Competitiveness Index? Next, we are going to focus on urban well-being. Please welcome Peeter Lange from Forum Virium.
As you may know, Finland is one of the European innovation leader countries. In order to be one and maintain that leadership, smart and functional cities are needed. Now, to become a smart city, you need active residents, scientific communities and companies working together. That's why you, innovators and entrepreneurs, are the key element of the future healthcare. A well-operating smart city healthcare is a platform for companies and scientific communities to develop products, services and knowledge, and at the same time develop the city itself. Helsinki has also an own innovation company, Forum Virium Helsinki, where 60 professionals co-create together with companies in aim to build Helsinki into the most functional smart city in the world. So what kind of challenges can we address together? As population grows, traditional traffic infrastructure is pushed to its limits. Mobility, therefore, expanding into the third dimension, the airspace. Together, we are building a future where drones can transport emergency care personnel and medical supplies, for example, accident scenes. Practical testing will be conducted already next year, 2023. 3 out of 4 seniors in long-term care suffer from memory disorder. These disorders often involve restlessness. Together, we have designed and built digital spaces where seniors can relax, have a walk in the forest, or doing art drawings. 12 months RAI and CHESS study indicators show that the customers' depression levels have decreased as well as the use of drugs. In Helsinki Home Care, our goal is to guarantee our customers a long, safe and good life in their own homes. New technologies to support that goal, such as radio wave sensors, artificial visions and remote health monitoring, are being used and studied with companies as we speak. Together, we also have the opportunity to react to sudden and serious challenges. SARS-CoV-2 caused a global pandemic in the spring of 2020. In just 10 months, we were able to support and develop the development of the world's first COVID breath test, and from an idea to a product tested in hospital. We also have co-created new remote services to make healthcare even more accessible and easier to use to our customers. The new Helsinki Laakso Hospital will be completed in 10 years, 2032. Today we are trying to understand what the hospital environment of the future will be like. We have the need to ensure that all information and technology is known, used and exploited. This is also done together with you. I want to thank all the companies and the scientific communities. We have created wonderful things together and I'm already excited about the future co-creation projects. Please visit our website and read more about upcoming projects. You can also download our co-creation handbook for social welfare and healthcare and get to know the process of co-creation. I wish you all the best.
Our company, Evergreen Walls, is focused on providing automated farming systems for local food production, for businesses and households. Now, food waste is a huge problem in the fresh produce industry, and it's estimated that around 40% of all the fresh produce is being wasted before reaching the customer. Now, we want to tackle this problem by growing our own food, ultra-locally and year-round.
Our goal is to offer fresh produce with little to no maintenance and at the same time reduce food waste and packaging. Our products allow people to grow crops using less water and no need to use pesticides or other chemicals. Growing food locally also eliminates the need to transport food from long distances, and we think it's important in building a more sustainable future and reshaping the wasteful supply chain.
For Parkley, public space is an urban playground and a commodity of big value to communities and businesses alike. We think that traditional urban planning is not fit for the new generation of creative city planning, which takes in account that public spaces are undergoing ever-changing needs and are less rigid. Parkley wants to do justice to this new trend. We created an intelligent and innovative public space refurbishment tool called Parkley Create, where we offer software-based solutions to design and plan urban furniture with the help of our modular hardware. It's easy to implement it to wherever green and seating is needed in public spaces. Our customer range goes from cities, municipalities, restaurants, office parks, etc. So with Parkley, we want to develop the creative tool to create fresh and friendly public spaces.
Antibiotic resistance is a silent pandemic compared to COVID-19, but it will be far deadlier. Imagine if you would be hospitalized and there would be no antibiotics left that could treat your infections. This would be because you were infected by bacteria that are resistant to antibiotics. The constant use of antibiotics in hospitals leads to emergence of resistant bacteria that are then spreading to the environment through the wastewater systems. It becomes far more complex task to identify the bacteria and their origins when they are already in the environments. This is where Resistomap comes in. We are a data-driven laboratory service that wants to help the cities to improve their wastewater treatment facilities by providing a data that will let them know where the hotspots of antibiotic resistance are. We want the cities to be able to ensure that their communities have access to clean water safe from antibiotic resistance. Join us to the fight against the silent pandemic.
Thank you, Peeter. Did you know that Parkley's founder, Päivi Raivio, was the winner of the Helsinki Design Award 2022? This is Urban Tech Helsinki. As you can see, Helsinki is a really cool place to live and create something new and sustainable. Climate change affects all of us. Helsinki is committed to promoting a more sustainable way of life for everyone. The world will change and each one of us participates in this change. We all have the right to find our own way to make an impact. It is now time to welcome our last speaker, the Deputy Mayor of the City of Helsinki, Ms. Anni Sinnemäki. She's focusing on the topic Urban Tech Helsinki, solving the sustainability challenges of cities.
Dear friends and colleagues, thank you for your invitation. My name is Anni Sinnemäki and I am the Deputy Mayor of the City of Helsinki. On behalf of this city, I wish all of you who are taking part in this webinar a warm greeting from our capital. As you know, today around 55% of the world's population live in cities, and by 2050 nearly 7 out of 10 people in the world will live in cities. Cities are major contributors to climate change and consume 78% of the world's energy and produce more than 60% of greenhouse gas emissions. Cities are crucial actors in also solving the crisis. The battle for climate will be won or lost in how we in cities manage the climate targets. In Helsinki, our goal is a carbon neutral capital that not only meets its environmental objectives, but also acts as an example, going beyond its part to play in responding to the crisis. We will zero in on the fastest measures for reaching carbon neutrality, and we will actively seek out big picture-oriented solutions that also take into consideration the social justice. Environmentally friendly options will be made more available to residents. A year ago, we moved our deadline for achieving carbon neutrality up 5 years to 2030. And we are renewing our carbon neutral Helsinki action plan with measures to reduce construction and traffic emissions, in addition to other changes that are seen as necessary and feasible. Today, it is also more than crucial to have startups with sustainability edge. The world is changing fast, and fast solutions are needed, and their cities need companions. Urban Tech Helsinki is the incubation program for clean and sustainable urban solutions for startups that are solving the challenges of modern cities. Urban Tech Helsinki brings together the best research from Finnish universities in Helsinki's vibrant startup ecosystem. The participants get to test their solutions in Testbed Helsinki in close collaboration with the City of Helsinki, as well as platforms and networks provided by other cities. The aim is to help urban tech startups with a sustainability mission. Helsinki actively cooperates with universities and businesses in research and innovation projects. Improvements to city operations are based on research from leading independent experts. We will strengthen our business-friendly experimental culture survey, looks at a wide range of factors in determining a city's livability. The British magazine praises Helsinki as a city that combines functionality with fun and credits Helsinki as being one of the safest capitals in the world. Helsinki strengthens participation and interaction in its activities by promoting an open operational culture, interactive methods, and by making use of business and residents' feedback. Together, we can empower the urban tech sector in Europe to help tackle the large-scale societal transitions like the climate change and the digital leap that is needed. Thank you again for asking me to join you in today's webinar.
Thank you, Anni. Now it's time for us to say thank you also to you. We are warmly welcoming you to Helsinki. Join the movement for a smart city with us.